Hello, y'all. Today was a good day to be, playing around with social media and YouTube and doing some editing. Originally, I wanted to get outside with my power tools, but it started raining today, so I probably electrocuted myself, so it's not a good idea. Also, there was a lovely memorial today, and it was very nice, and I immensely enjoyed observing the number of Americans coming together. And in worship of our Lord Jesus Christ. So, now with that said, this particular video is going to be about this Christmas charger plate that I converted into some Christmas decor using some iron orchid design transfers, an old bracelet, of course, a stencil and paint. And so this particular video goes into more detail on how that's done. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Please remember to like and subscribe for me. Okay, and even comment like a little Christmas emoji down below, like a little Christmas tree or something Christmassy. Surprise me. Okay, thanks y'all. This is a project I made last year for myself, and my sister liked it so much that she wanted it. These are the paints that I used and the different components. Mainly the charger plate and some jewelry is important in this. Now I'm going to use a stencil here, and I'm going to take a makeup sponge and take my DIY paint. I believe this is Fancy Farm Girl, and I'm just going to stipple it gently so it won't run underneath the stencil. And I'm just going to stipple that all around until it's completely covered. I'll also use the yellow paint, which is Liquid Sunshine, and then I will use the black paint, which I believe is Fusion's Coal Black. And once I get everything finished with the stencil, I'll remove it. You can see close up, it looks a little rough. That's okay. This is more like a template, essentially. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a very, very fine paintbrush. And I am going to go over each one of these markings to crisp them up a bit. I'm going to start with the star. Um, Now I'm using the Liquid Sunshine, but I actually go on later and use Fusion's gold. And actually, that may be what I'm doing right now, putting gold paint on this. I didn't really like the way the Liquid Sunshine came out. It was a little too light yellow, and I wanted more of a gold look. Um, and then I'm going to use this tiny paintbrush to then go in and just crisp up the the different markings, make them a little bit darker, a little bit less faded on the edges. And this is quite a process, takes a while to do. It's not one of my favorite things to do um, because it takes so long, and I have a tendency to be a little impatient. I know that surprises some of y'all. But I'll go through here and just put this same Fancy Farm Girl um, on each section of the stenciled area. Now I have completed all the green. It's a little crisper now. I'm going to go in with some red paint. This one is from Fusion, and I had it listed earlier in the video if you're interested in the actual name of it. But I'm going to go and paint in um, some red areas. And now I have most of the little areas painted red I wanted. I'm going to use English Ivy, which is a little bit of a darker green, and I'm going to put it at the base of each one of the shapes. And what this is going to do is it's going to begin to add a little bit more depth to my Christmas tree, making it pop a little bit more. And then once I finish this, I'll use gold to come in and paint along the top portions of the shapes to kind of push the darker green, the medium green back with the gold more in the forefront, um, giving it a little bit more of a little bit of a 3D effect. Okay, and now I'm going to take the gold from Paint Couture and I'm going to, this is where I actually change the star color from this yellow to gold. I didn't really like the yellowy of it, so color that in. And once I have that completed, then I will put some highlights on the um, bowl that's holding the tree. And then once I have the highlights of the bowl completed, I will move on and begin putting highlights um, in the green, really between the light green and the dark green. And then I'll also add a pop of gold onto the red areas. Now, I lost some footage, but essentially the um, top of this plate where the sash is, that is a transfer from Iron Orchid Designs or IOD. The Merry Christmas wording was a transfer from the DIY Struggle. And I combined those, and I lost footage of me putting that on there. And what I'm going to do now is use some berries, some holly berries from last year's Iron Orchid Design Christmas transfers to put around the Christmas tree, just to add a little bit more decoration. Now I've gotten one side of the plate finished, and you can see here I'm doing a small piece over the bottom area where I kind of pieced two parts together. And I'm sure several of, or many of y'all have done transfers before, but you just put the um, transfer down um, and rub on the back of it with a plastic stick and lift the um, film holding the transfer off as it sticks to whatever project that you're working on. And so I'm adding a little bit more down at the bottom. I want to kind of have that a little more full. It was a little sparse. And sometimes these can be a bit tricky to pull up. I want to make sure that I don't pull the plastic up without the transfer being completely on the plate because it'll cause a crack or a tear. And I'm not real interested in that. And then you can see here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to rub. And as I rub, I will lift the plastic up real gentle. So making sure that I am leaving the transfer on the plate while I'm removing the plastic. Now, of course, once you finish applying your transfer, you're going to want to go over it. You can do it with the plastic piece or with your fingers, um, but make sure that that transfer is stuck well to whatever project that you're working on. Now the fun part. I have this piece of costume jewelry left over from when I uh, bought something supposed to be a knockoff of something from, I don't remember if it was Chanel or whatever, but anyway, I didn't like it. It was too yellow gold, and I was gonna just get rid of it, but well, crafters never get rid of anything really. So I'd put it to the side, and I'm going to cut up the little pieces of it. There are some little diamond pieces, and then there's some different colored round pieces that um, have stars on them. And so I'm going to cut each one up individually to glue to the Christmas tree. I'm going to try to show this a little closer up so you can kind of see the pieces of the bracelet that I've cut apart. And I'm just using my tweezers to position it where I think they might look pretty. Um, and then I'm going to take some E6000 and put it on the back of them and glue them directly to the plate. Okay, I have already put the E6000 on the back and placed them down where I wanted them, making sure they were in good position. And I've tried to do a little bit closer up so you can see the various tones of green with the gold highlight in the paint there. And then here's the plate. I did put a bow on it. I had a bow and I thought, let me see what it looks like with the bow. This is without the bow.